Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. I'll shift myself over there. So the next 100x gaming crypto with huge potential. So we're talking about GameSwift today. Good friend of mine, Crypto with Paul, just started himself a new YouTube channel. He's got 8 subscribers currently. So I'll leave a link in the description. You can go and check him out as well. He was a decent fellow, dead genuine, dead knowledgeable, and a great laugh as well, which is always important. As you can see, he made a video about GameSwift being a 100x gem. We had a chat about this on the phone. Like I said, he's a dead genuine guy, and as you can see, his thumbnails are far better than mine. His looks like the Aurora Borealis. Mine looks more like a boil on Uranus. But the link will be in the description. Go check him out and check out his video. It's a really good video about this particular project. So let's look at it now. So we're going to briefly have a little look at the website itself, and then there's a couple of things in the white paper that I think we need to kind of touch on that I think are really important. So it's empowering the mass adoption of Web3 games. This is not just like your average gaming token, though. This is quite interesting. So it's a one-stop gaming ecosystem. So chain, Web3 infrastructure, platform, and gaming studios are the four well-designed and integrated pillars that make up the GameSwift ecosystem. Our original infrastructure facilitates implementing blockchain technology and sharing in-game resources for game developers and lets the players enjoy their gaming experience to the fullest. And we'll come on to how important this kind of gaming interoperability is. I think it's going to be help this project immensely. So GameSwift chain built on the top of cutting-edge technology. Apologies as well, my voice sounds a bit like Barry White today. It's gone from my nose more into my chest. It's built on top of the cutting-edge technology, so tap into the advanced gaming optimized technology, providing players with seamless user experience and the most accessible onboarding process in the entire blockchain space. Now, as I've said before, the secret to a lot of these projects doing really, really well is how easy they can make that switch from Web 2 to Web 3, how they can make it seamless and have that adoption. The higher the adoption, I believe the bigger these projects will go. Therefore, the more money that will come into them, the higher the market cap, the bigger the price of the coin, the more X's that we can make. So it's got gaming optimized, secured by Polygon, it's fully carbon neutral, and it's obviously got cross-chain interoperability, which you spoke about being really important. It's got that ZK EVM scalability, which you can have a little deep dive into. We will go over that again at some point as well in the future. It says that you can create your own Web3 gaming identity, which I think is going to be really key as well. As we said before about how you can just switch between different ones, you can easily log into your favorite games with just the one account. So enter your unique gaming profile with all your gaming achievements, statistics, and assets, including your NFTs, all your achievements, obviously, as we said before, regardless of the chain or the game from which they originate. And all of these are in one place. It's fully decentralized and it's interoperable. You know I love interoperability. I've mentioned this about Quant. Obviously, I'm a Quant holder. Love Quant, right? So anyway, onto the bits on the white paper that I want to talk about. Firstly, the introduction, because I think this gives you a good background, and then there's a couple of little pieces in the actual white paper itself that I want to go over. So imagine that you invest in a single token, which gives you exposure to hundreds of others. This is exactly what GSwift holders receive, staking rewards in the native tokens of all games plugged into our modular chain. In exchange for staking rewards, we provide game studios with the shared security of our layer 1 chain thanks to ZK EVM technology. We also give them the opportunity to scale and maximize revenue. To be successful, any game needs players, which is obviously 100% true. And at GameSwift, we provide easy access to a wide range of quality titles. All you have to do is log in with your socials, pick a game, and jump right into the action. No wallets, no gas fees, no bridges, no seed phrases. We've literally made the blockchain layer invisible, which is going to be huge in that adoption phase. But we go 2 steps further. So interesting, right? We're not the only enabling players to store all their in-game assets on a single wallet, regardless of the chain of origin. For the first time, gamers will be able to pay with all their assets in real life, and this is a real game changer, I agree. So whether you're an investor, a builder, or a player, come join us on this industry-changing adventure, and we'll make it swift, which is important. We like this. So just here, top-notch user experiences. Gamers don't need to navigate different chains and bridges. Tick in the box. Doesn't need to install extra extensions, doesn't need to store private keys, doesn't need to pay gas fees. So as we've said, this is important. But if we go a bit further down, now this is the bit that I think really sort of starts taking shape with what this could be. So you've got opportunity, problems, and solutions. Now this is the most important thing. If you're solving a problem in any area of business, in life in general, if there's a problem and it's being solved, then it's more likely to be having that adoption if you can solve a pain point in life, right? So almost 2.9 billion gamers worldwide make up the $180 billion business for video games. It's outpacing other forms of entertainment like movies, television, and music, which is become more and more apparent and more obvious. So by 2025, they expect to have 3.3 billion gamers in the whole blockchain space, not just this project. Obviously, it would be huge, and 257 billion in sales. So blockchain technology integration into the gaming industry unlocked much more than just a play-to-earn paradigm. The technology continues to transform from gaming industry by snatching the power of owning digital assets and making decisions from the central authorities to the hands of the players. I think this is really key. If we go a little bit further down, how can gamers benefit from playing Web3 games so they can monetize the time they spend in game? Now, YouTubers can do that too, gaming YouTubers, because obviously they can monetize their gameplay and things like that. But this is monetizing just you sat there playing it yourself. Full ownership of the in-game game assets, which is great because things like when you play like FIFA and stuff like that, you get your cards and you build your ultimate teams and things like that. If these were like more rare and you own these things, you could sell them for actual cash, it would make a big difference, right? Access to the secondary liquidity, snatching the power from the central authorities, major gaming studios, transparency and fairness of games, so on-chain data is transparent, and immutable record of all transactions and outcomes, probably trying to minimize cheating. DAO gaming, player-driven design and experience, joining communities in the metaverse, which again, I think is going to be something that will make a comeback in this bull run. So how can the gaming studios benefit from building Web3 games? So they've improved funding possibilities because more people will be willing to seed fund these kind of things. Larger and more engaged communities, increased user installs and involvement, which is obviously important. Increased market opportunities and new ways of generating revenue. So that's good for the studios. And more than $10 billion has been invested in gaming studios developing their games on the blockchain. All these game developers and gaming studios are going to need an infrastructure, and this is where GameSwift comes in. So according to that radar, ex-BJ Games report, until now, over $10 billion investment went into the gaming studios developing Web3 games. Those games and their developers will inevitably seek infrastructure solutions to scale and match their games with a group of non-crypto gamers. Now, they're the key. Obviously, the crypto gamers that are already in there playing games, yeah, you want to keep them happy. You want to keep them in that realm. But it's the people who are sitting on PlayStations and their PCs, their mobile phones, their Xboxes. You're going to want them into the gaming space, and this is something that can do that. So Web3 has altered the gaming experience and cemented its unique position for the future of the gaming industry. And I think that's absolutely true. And then these are the challenges that GameSwift is actually solving. So it's solving the complexity of blockchain integration. It's solving the lack of interoperability between different blockchain networks. It's solving the high transaction fees, the prejudice and security concerns, and the complicated onboarding process of numerous wallets, bridges, chains. And that's the thing that puts a lot of people off. The complicated onboarding process to play a game. No one wants to do that. They want it safe, they want it fast, they want it quick, they want it easy. If you download a game on your phone, you want to be able to play that game pretty much straight away. When that little bar's gone across the screen, you want to be in there playing that game. You don't want to have to download it. Then maybe look for how you have to swap a particular token into that and to can I start even playing this game yet? And before you know it, you're an hour and a half down a rabbit hole thinking, I don't want to play this game anymore. And that's where you lose it, right? That's where you lose them customers who are ready to come and play your game. So that's good, right? We know that they can solve this problem. So imagine you're one of the 3 billion non-crypto gamers willing to play one of the blockchain games and buy one of these in-game skins and tokenize in the form of NFT. So this is how it's going to kick in. These are going to be really useful for this. This could be a massive, massive project. 100x might be low for this, right? If we look at its x.com account, we can see that it's got 164,500 followers, which is fantastic. So it's obviously growing really, really well. It says here about G-Swift's tokenomics is designed for the long-term and sustainable growth of our Web3 gaming ecosystem. And again, feel free to come and give these a follow, check it all out, see what you think. Now, there's this one here, which is like a little cheat sheet, a little moon sheet to see how things go. We didn't even mention as well that they're partnered, obviously, or have investors of Polygon, but also Casper Labs. Now, obviously, I'm bullish on Casper Labs too, and I think that's a nice, safe partnership there. But it shows you if it hit GFAL's market cap, it's a 3.5x. If it hit Myria's, it's a 5x. Nakamoto Games, another one that I like. Obviously, I've got Myria too, but Nakamoto is a 6x. And then as far as Gala, if you look at a 34x, if it can get to Gala's current market cap, that doesn't seem like it's going to be unachievable to do. This was also very, very interesting. Now, this guy, if you go and follow this guy on x.com, purely because Like, he might be a decent fella as well. We'd have to check it out. But it's at Pan Paragraph, right? Go and check it because he has a link to this analysis. Now, this analysis is ludicrous. I'm not going to read through this analysis because it is 41 pages long. But I have read through this, and this is one of the most comprehensive kind of investor reports I think I've ever read about a project. The author is unknown, but this is absolutely phenomenal, a phenomenal read. And I would encourage everyone who's even thinking about this project to go and have a read of this. It's very, very, very interesting and superbly written. I'm not going to read it out, like I said. I think you need to go there and look at it yourself, because whoever did this deserves massive credit. So the price of the token today is 0.42 cents. So it's up 9.9% on the day. Circulating supply is getting bigger, but the market cap is only 23.8 million. So, you know, a 10x from here, you're looking at what? A 230 million and a 2.3 billion for 100x. Is that possible? Given the influx of money that's going to be coming into the space during this 2025 bull run, is going to far exceed 2021, and the fact that gaming will probably be one of those narratives, along with like AI, that's going to lead this massively. Probably gaming, probably more so than AI, because more people are familiar with gaming than they are with AI. And a lot of use cases for gaming there's more use cases, in my opinion, for gaming than AI at this stage. Obviously, AI will eventually probably take over the world, and we'll live in some sort of Terminator dystopia. But it's one of these things. For now, people are going to want to play games while they're doing it, right? So that's probably the next port of call. I think this is really good. I think it is due a little bit of a pullback, though. It looks as though, its all-time high was a couple of days ago, I believe. Yeah, 1st of December. It's 10.92% down from that now. I would be looking, hopefully, that this will retrace slightly to just above that 30-cent mark, because I think that's where I would probably buy a bag. It looks a little too high at the minute, but obviously we are still super early. It's still a super low market cap. But I would expect a little pullback in crypto in general anyway, probably into January, because it can't continue on this upward trajectory, as we know. Things have to pull back a little bit, and then we've got the halving in April, which will make a massive difference going forward. But it'll probably signal a catalyst, the alarm bell for the actual real kicking into bull run territory. I think this is brilliant. It's also not listed on hardly anything yet. So you've got Sparta Dex, it's listed on Bybit, and then you've obviously got Uniswap as well. But you haven't got, like, your Q coins, your MEXCs, your Gate IOs, no big ones like Coinbase, Binance, nothing yet. So it is still very, very early. And I imagine once it gets listed on these platforms, you're going to see this price spike pretty hard. Just one thing also I want to mention as well is that when we put this poll up about what crypto gaming project you want to see me do a deep dive on, it's Spooky's currently leading the way. I believe where the Spooky Telegram is going mad and making sure that there's plenty of votes coming in for Spookies. So if that's the coin, I'm going to leave this open till Wednesday in the UK, and whoever finishes top, we will do that deep dive. So if you are a holder of Spooky, if you've got things that you wish for us to discuss about Spooky, then please get them in the comments of this video or on this poll, and I will look through them in more detail. Mora Games, if you're lagging behind at the minute, so if you want to try and catch Spookies, you're going to need to work a little bit harder. But I'm ambivalent. I'm happy either way. I will review whichever one you decide, because ultimately this channel is for you guys, not for me to pick which one I review. I've asked the question, so you give me your answers and we'll go through it. If you like this video, please smash the like button. Subscriber-wise, you are absolutely flying at the minute. You've taken us well over the 2,100 subscriber mark. Can we hit 2,200 as quickly as possible? If we can, then we still could be in with the chance to hit 3,000 by Christmas Day. If we do that, obviously I'll be immensely grateful to everyone who's subscribed currently, before, and who is going to subscribe after this video. It is greatly appreciated. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you are doing, have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. Take it easy. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.